Okay, this is for United fans. If you're not a United fan, you can leave. So I'm a diehard fan. I've been a United fan since 1995. Ever before I got married or met Ileri. Ileri is a United fan. I don't know if he's diehard yet. First a United fan by association, then ultimately. And I think he's a great football analyst. So I thought we should have a conversation. We'll do this say monthly or twice a month, for as long as we can, God keeping us all. And I think United fans find this interesting. Ileri, we won today. Why do you think? And Ileri, welcome. Welcome to this show.
Thank you for having me.
Co-done by both of us.
Big honor. Thank you.
Why do you think we won today's match? What do you think the formation was? Why do you think we won?
I would say all round, we didn't just play well attacking. We played well in the defense. Our final third balls were amazing. There were a few offside calls, but those were slightly, maybe by a hair or two. And the defense especially was really compact and locked down. Like most times, if you check our XG, which is the amount of goals we should score per se, right? Because of the chances we created, how good or bad they were. But like top 3 in the league. But our conceded goals were bottom 5. It's really bad. So it's like if you have a high XG, and XG isn't amount of goals you scored. XG is amount of expected goals from the chances you have created. But like the amount of goals you've actually conceded exceeds that rate, then obviously you won't do well. So I'd say it's because the defense especially really stepped up today. And my personal man of the match, which was Lisandro Martinez, he was amazing. He was fabulous. Amazing tackles, or he would rush back, he would ping balls. So I'd say the defense was a really big factor. And the midfield, putting in a player like Kobbie Mainoo next to Casemiro is special. Like that duo is amazing. Obviously, Casemiro is like 34, he's getting old. So we'll have to replace him sooner or later. I give him maybe a year or 2 max. But like Kobbie Mainoo is a player we can build on for the next 10 years. He's amazing. He'd pick up, I was screaming it when I saw it. He'd pick up the ball in little spaces, little pockets, and he'd just turn and he'd go and he'd start an attack. He'd win the ball back. He's a proper like box-to-box player. He can score, he can create, he can win the ball. Duels, he's amazing. So I'd say the midfield and the defense are the reasons we won, because our offense always clicks. The issue isn't always the offense clicking, is are we scoring? Like the Fulham game, for instance, now. Bruno missed a pen. How often will that happen? Cunha hit the post and the bar. So I'd say it's never really offense. It's all about the midfield and the defense. And offense wins you games, but defense wins you titles. Like Chelsea, for instance, there was a season with Mourinho where maybe they'd score 2 goals and just be 2-1, and the defense would lock it down and they get the 3 points. So I'd say defense is the main reason we won today's game.
Okay, I think defenses win you titles. I think attacks win you, or the attack can win you a match. And I think that one thing Michael Carrick might have gotten is playing guys in their natural positions. It appears that when we had Amorim, who I think is a good coach, was playing a lot of people out of position, and it took a while for them to begin to understand what their roles are.
But even in understanding, they can't be as good as someone that's naturally played that position for years. Like for instance, Bruno Fernandes is not an 8, Bruno is a 10. And when he plays the 10, Bruno is arguably the best 10 in the world in Europe. Arguably the best 10 in Europe, but as an 8, he's mediocre at best. Because his natural instinct is to roam, find open pockets of space up the pitch and create, not drop back and defend and help the defenders out. That's not what he does. And when you play him in his natural position, he's arguably the best player in the world. But like, for example, the Fulham game, Harry Wilson's goal would not have been a goal if he had proper CDM in that position, because Bruno didn't track back. And you can't blame him. There was an interview with his mom or his wife, and they were saying, Bruno's always played the 10. So if you play the 10 for 10, 15 plus years, you can't automatically adjust in a few weeks to playing another position. So that really affected us.
Okay,
that's one thing I'd say.
So would you say Michael Carrick just got it, was lucky, will appear to be a good coach, or the players were always there, at least this season, and maybe part of last, they just didn't click because they were not in the right position? What did Amorim get wrong in your view?
Okay, so the Carrick thing, I don't think anything is luck in football per se. Nothing is really luck. You can't just say, we got a lucky win. A lucky win is, we played badly and we had a good 15-minute patch and we were able to score 2 goals. No, we dominated from the moment the ref blew the whistle, and we had 2 offside goals. Even our last goal was offside by a hair. we played really, really good. So I wouldn't say this was a lucky win. I'd say it was the players also being determined. Because let's assume a player like Šeško now, Šeško has a lot of chances, but he doesn't always finish them. And you can't say it's Amorim's fault that Šeško didn't finish a wide open header. There's nothing Amorim wants to do about that, right? So I'd say it wasn't luck. And I'd say also the formation, because it was like total football per se. Like, whenever we attacked, it was 6 guys going. Whenever we were defending, everybody was back defending for us. You know what I'm trying to say? And the counter-attacks were lovely. So I'd say a combination of total football, because Dalot, Luke Shaw, they played amazing. Even Harry Maguire, he was going on some runs with the ball, driving with the ball, which opened up spaces, right? I'd give a big credit to Dalot and Luke Shaw. They really opened up the pitch for us whenever we were attacking. And then Casemiro or Kobe would stay back. So we always had a minimum of 4 defenders, and our line was high, and then it pushed back. It was amazing. So I'd say that. And then the Amorim issue, we've always scored goals. We've always had good chances. It was just that we couldn't maintain leads. Like I heard the commentator say, from winning positions, we've dropped 14 points.
Yes.
And 14 points is not something you play with in any league, especially the Prem, where the first maybe 10 teams are fabulous. And in any other league, arguably, they'd be going to the Champions League every season. So you can't drop 14 points and expect to still be all right. And the fact that we're still in top 5 shows you how well we've played. So I wouldn't say it's really an Amorim thing. I'd say you need to adjust. You can't always play 3 at the back. You can't always play 3 at the back. At a point, you need to drop someone and let it be 4 at the back. Whether you want to play 4-2-3-1, a 4-2-1-3, you need 4 defenders if you want to close out a game. But he was really hell-bent on his 3 at the back, 3-5-2-1 or whatever it was really hell-bent on that. So I believe that really hindered us, yeah.
Do you think if Carrick does well?
And to the question about our players, I think the players have a really big influence on how we play, because at a certain point, quality will always show, right? Like, I'm a firm believer that a coach like Pep can't take a team like Bournemouth very far, because Pep needs quality. If you give him the quality, he'll do excellent, but if he does not have that quality, then there's not much he can do. So I believe that the quality of the players really affected how we played today. So yeah.
What do you think? Thank you very much. And I agree. I think compared to Ten Hag, I think Amorim bought much better players. Even when he's not there, they're still good enough. Actually, I think you can make a shout that some of them are world class. In your view, what's our best formation and what are the best players for those formations amongst the crop of players we currently have?
I would say our best formation is a 4 at the back. Don't get it twisted. Let's not overcomplicate things with a 3 or a 5. I think our best formation is a 4 at the back, and it would be a 4-2-3-1, because there was a season where Ten Hag played this exact formation. We didn't have the quality of players we had today, and we're second in the league. So if you up the quality and it's more advanced, I think we can do really well. Like we showcased today, obviously, more examples will come, like the Arsenal game, which is soon. But I think that's our best formation. And our players would be, in goalkeeper, I would have Lamens, and I personally think Lamens in the next 2 to 3 years would be one of the best keepers in the league, and in 5 years would be one of the best keepers in the Prem as a whole. Reason being, Lamens has something whereby it can't really be taught. As per once a player like a Salah, for instance, cutting on his left, he's probably going for post and a finesse. And a player like Lamens, if you watch him closely, he's already moving towards there, so the save can be easier, right? So I think that's something that is really good, which a lot of top goalkeepers have, like Donnarumma today.
Should have been 5-0 or 6-0.
Donnarumma is lovely.
It should have
Donnarumma
been. If
is
not the
lovely.
offside calls.
The Mbeumo chance, the Ahmad chance, Donnarumma is a lovely goalkeeper. The Casemiro chance, Casemiro digged him out so he'd fall, and then he tried to chip, and Donnarumma cut with his legs. So that was amazing, and it was still 0-0 at that time. So your keeper plays a really big role. So I'd say Lamens our goalkeeper. Then right back, I would personally say as of right now we play Dalot. And the thing I like about the squad as of right now is we have a lot of variety. There's no one player that's going to be a starter except maybe like Bruno. You could twist people in and out in the squad, which is good for friendly competition, right? World-class squads have that. So right back, as right now, I say Dalot, and then if anything happens, you have Mazraoui, so that's cool. Then centre-back, the centre-back pairing that I think is the best we have is Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt. Now, the only issue is Martinez is constantly injured. He's always injured. But on his day, when he's not injured, I think Martinez is one of the best centre-backs in the Prem, no questions asked. He can ping balls. He's very rugged. He has that about him, which is really nice. And de Ligt too. De Ligt is one of the best centre-backs in the world as of right now, as we speak. Aerially, he's crazy. on the ground. He can play passes. He can play passes comfortable on the ball, and he's really good at just winning on the ground duels and aerial duels. So them two. And then if anything happens, you have a player like Yoro who's not bad, and Heaven who's been doing well. So I would say that for the centre backs, and for the left back, I would say our best left back is Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has experience. A few years ago, before the big injury happened, he was actually world class. He was England's starter, no questions asked.
Yeah.
So I think he had a really bad knock and he's been injured. But for now, I think he's lovely at that left back position. If anything happens, you have Patrick Dorgu, who has time in, time out, especially as of recent, the past few weeks, has shown he's a crazy good left back. So I'd say him. And then the holding midfield partnership, I would say, as you saw today, Kobe Minu and Casemiro, lovely. Both of them can ping a pass, mainly in those little pockets of space, turning in, turning out, giving the ball to a player like Bruno. Counter-attacks, lovely. Kobe Minu is one of the best box-to-box players in the world, and he's quite young. So I think he's going to be one of our stars for the future. Then Casemiro is a no-nonsense. For years, Real Madrid, without Casemiro, Toni Kroos and Modric, wouldn't be the club they are. Because your midfield is really important. It's like the bridge between the defense and the attack. You know what I'm trying to say? And they're your first line of actual defense, your midfield, you know. So yeah, that's really important. And Casemiro's lovely. He's not afraid to put a tackle in. Aerially, he's really imposing too. He scores a lot of aerial goals from set pieces. So yeah, I'd say him and Casemiro. If anything happens, we have a player like Ugarte, but I think we still need to strengthen that position because Ugarte is not amazing. He's not really good on the ball, right? So yeah, but if anything happens, he's solid. And then on the right, I would say Amad Diallo.
Yeah.
If Amad is on his game, you could play Konya there or you could play Mbemu there. But Amad Diallo is lovely. Amad will attack. Amad will come back. Amad is a lovely player. Amad in a few years is going to be... He's actually quite good now, but in a few years he's going to be world class. One of the best right wingers in the world. And then Cam, that's the position where no questions asked, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is the best Cam in the world easily. There's no one or two ways about it. On his day, like for example, the goal we scored, I was saying Bruno pass, because I was looking at the other side.
Distance, and he was also going to cover.
But then he just played the pass to Mbemu, and the pass was on the money. How many tens in the world can do that, time in and time out? Because without Bruno, it's like the team doesn't really function, which is not a good thing. But like and if anything happens, you have Konya, who we'll talk about Konya. Konya is lovely. So I'd say Bruno there, and if Bruno has a knock, Konya can play in that kind of position, so lovely, yeah. And then on the left, I would personally say Konya or Dorgu. But for now, Konya. Like when Konya came off the bench, Konya caused that second goal. Because like, what's Konya doing? But Konya is lovely, like the Fulham game. I knew it was class after that game. A ball was played into him from the back, and it comes up, and he touches it with his right foot, bangs it, and he hits the bar. Most times he's scoring the goal, but the touch alone was crazy. And a few clips against Liverpool, even today, you can just tell he's world class. And he has a big engine about him, right? He can, if you check his heat map, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's always creating chances. He's always looking for the ball. He's always trying to get in on the action. So that's very good, and he can finish. So no issues there. And I think our 9 should be Mbemu, not Šeško. Reason being, Šeško is poor on the ball per se. He gets some chances, but he doesn't finish everything. But Mbemu is more consistent, in my opinion. And Mbemu is more all-round. If we need someone to play balls into Amad's making an overlap, I'd much rather Mbemu do that than Šeško try and attempt to do that. But if anything happens, we have Šeško on the bench to come on. So yeah, and our squad depth, I actually like our squad depth a lot. I like it a lot. It's quite nice, and that's something you need to win titles because it's football, right? Injuries are inevitable. They always happen. Knocks, competition. AFCON just happened, right? We lost some
and we lost
players.
a number of them.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Mazare, we lost
Mbemu and Amad.
So those 3 were out.
So yeah,
and they got to very almost the final, right? They got to very advanced stages. Okay, Ilayi, thank you very much. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been
This
nice.
is our first session. We just had to do it. He couldn't find his United jerseys. He's got 2 or 3 of them. For some reason, I don't know where they are at the moment. Maybe at the dry cleaners. So we'll see you guys some other time. I think we'll discuss whether it's the Arsenal match, or we'll discuss something interesting around United.
We should. Arsenal,
next.
Arsenal.
We'll probably
I personally
discuss
think
Arsenal.
we will win that game as of how we played today. I think it's a win or a draw because we always play well. The issue is just we don't get the results. We always play well. And if the defense can do what it's done,
this season particularly, right? I mean, maybe not all of last season, maybe a quarter of last season we did play well, but this season we played well
Always
almost every match.
It's just little lapses, players having little lapses, which causes us the game, and that's how the Premier is, right?
Yeah. And last question, controversial. What do you think about the guys at ESPN? They've always got something negative to say about United.
Like today now, before the game, everybody predicted we lose 3-1, 2-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, and one person predicted 2-2. And they're always on us, but that's how it is when you're successful. Like for instance, when they were playing, because a lot of them played football back in the day, right? Man United was on top. As per like, if you go to the EPL team of the season, there was a season where I think it was 8 players, and they were all Man United players, and they were putting the camera on Sir Alex, and he was struggling, like, what do you want me to do? It's not in my hands. So 8 out of the 11 best players in the Premier League in positions were Man United players. And the reason it wasn't 9 is because Berbatov that season played for Tottenham, but the next season we bought him. So 9 of the best 11 players at their positions in the Premier League were Man United. And when you do so well for a good amount of time and you start to decline, and the people that were competing with you see you declining, of course they're going to hate. Of course they're going to always look for a reason to try and bring you down. So it's just human nature. But it will be interesting to see what they have to say today about our win.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Larry. It was a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you guys some other time. This is a United conversation, right? Part of the brother social media outreach we do. Enjoy your evening and have a good weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.